Hello colleagues, this is DeRionne. I hope you're doing well. Today is Thursday, March 10th, and as I do each week, I like to share with you a few perspectives on what I've been doing and some things that we should be keeping an eye on. Let me start off by saying, first of all, just profound gratitude, as I always do. The way the college community came together last week to host the Board of Regents meeting was nothing less than spectacular. It was palpable. Your pride in this institution, your commitment to our students, and all of our visitors from the Board of Regents and Chancellor and her team to others who were here that day, they were able repeatedly to express to me how much they enjoyed the experience here, not just because of the fact that they were attending a board meeting, but more importantly about the profound feeling of welcome and the spirit of Nevada State, which was there from the moment they walked in. So thank you to that. Special shout out to our special events team, our facilities team, our phenomenal food services, IT. All of it goes in to build what was a really powerful experience. So thank you for that. I want to take an opportunity to recognize also our student ambassadors who did a great job. They were the first faces you saw when you came into the building, and they all greeted, and they were representative of the students that we have here at Nevada State. So thank you for that. We had a number of celebratory items that took place on that. We had 5 faculty members who earned, I always say that instead of received, they earned tenure. Dr. Christine Baldry, Dr. Michael Johnson, Dr. Cecilia Fernan, Dr. Laura Rosales-Lagarde, and Dr. Samantha Jewell. Congratulations to you. Tenure is a milestone moment in an academic institution, and congratulations to you on the hard work that has gone in teaching and serving and your scholarship to have put you in that position. We also had Dr. Vanessa Mari, Assistant Professor of Teaching English as a Second Language in our School of Education, and student leader Dulcie Monroe in our early childhood education, special education major. They were tremendous in their presentations to the board about the relevancy of the curriculum and why Nevada State matters into the future of education in the state. So thank you all for outstanding work in that role. We also had my co-president, Lauren Porter, from the nursing student, soon to be a graduate, and who is our NSSA president, received the 2022 Sam Lieberman Regents Award for Student Scholarship. Congratulations to you, Lauren. Very happy for you. And then we had 2 other faculty members recognized for teaching and research. Professor Heather Lane Casera received the Regents Teaching Award, and then the Nevada Regents Research Award went to Dr. Catherine Durant. Congratulations to all of you all for this outstanding recognition of your work and service on behalf of Nevada State and to the students and community we have the privilege of serving. You represent the best of who we are, and it was such an honor to sit there and to be a part of the experience of recognizing you. Congratulations again to each of you. I also would love to tell you that we had a good meeting to share about our milestones as an institution. I was able to present our institutional metrics and to really frame it within our context of who we serve, our profound mission at Nevada State, and more importantly also what we plan to do in the future. We also heard in all of the colleges, including ours, we provided our legislative priorities as they relate to the next legislative session. And then we also advanced our public-private partnership framework. You may have heard this phrase like, what is that? It's an opportunity for us to really develop these 500 acres of land that we have here. We've proposed looking at about 200 of them and asking an entity to be formed that will help us expedite the process of development, and that will help vet any proposals that come in, and more importantly, be these very sound, seasoned folks who can give us perspectives about how we can advance these initiatives. Again, we're deriving this model after those of some of our peer institutions in the state. DRI, UNR also recently proposed one, UNLV has one. So we're very excited about this and looking forward to moving ahead. In addition to that, we moved into a non-binding MOU with MG52, who would like to build a recreational sports facility here, and they want to explore that. I described this to some of our regions as we're going in the courting phase. So we're going to be spending some time with each other to figure out if this relationship can become real and what that might mean. These are dual pathways, both in terms of the P3 initiative that we're doing, but also in terms of the relationship with MG52. Quite excited, and of course I will keep you updated as we move forward with that. I'll also say we had, prior to that meeting, one-on-one meetings with most of our regions. We also had a Council of Presidents meeting that day. So it is a tremendous amount of work that goes into that. I believe our chief fiscal officers were also hosting a retreat while we were here that week. So thank again everyone for the work that you did in that space. There is some great exciting news though I'd like to share with you. This week Congress released its government funding bill for fiscal year 22. The funding bill included more than $6 million in what Congress is calling community project funding. These are projects, and several relate to Nevada State, so we're very pleased. Our projects include a mental health center, $1.882 million. It will support the expansion of mental health and wellness services here at Nevada State. Secondly, early childhood education, $1.628 million. This will allow us to fund 3 cohorts for an inclusive preschool program that serves 3 to 5 age students. Okay, that's about the cutest thing I've ever seen. If you've been around them a lot, they are quite high energy, but they also remind us what we're doing and why we're doing it. Our nursing program will have $648,000. This is for our nursing technology enhancement project. Will fund technology enhancements to enrich curricular offerings for our students, including scenario basis, virtual reality, and give students real-time feedback. And then last but not least, less sexy but equally important, $2 million for flood control of the existing Mission Hills detention basin and outlet structure, which was built in 1994 to 95 before the start of the college, needs improvements. It's going to relocate that and do some additional work in that. So we're quite excited. This was something we did in partnership with the City of Henderson. So I really want to thank everyone for the work that went into that. I think it will be remiss if I did not also thank both obviously President Biden for the work that he's done in this space, but our Nevada-led delegation. They were instrumental in advocating for us. I had the privilege to speak to nearly all of them about these projects, and they were very clear about the direction they wanted to do in order to bring the money home here. So I want to thank Congresswoman Titus, Congressman Horsford. Special shout out to Representative Susie Lee, who is a powerful member of the Appropriations Committee, and Senators Jackie Rosen and Cortez Masto. They worked so hard on behalf of our institution. So I want to thank them and thank all of you all who work behind the scenes to work with our outstanding government relations team to put these projects out there. So thank you. Let me end by also sharing with you, I had an interesting meeting with between INCHI and GoEd to really talk about economic development and some opportunities for some short-term funding, as well as some very deliberate work around technology transfer potentiality in the state of Nevada. So we're going to keep our eye out on that. I also want to tell you all that we continue to be watched, and as much as I can tell you and offer my profound gratitude, I want to tell you that we've received feedback from others. And I want to share with you, I received a card, a handwritten card, beautiful handwriting though, from U.S. Army retired Major Tim Raker. That name should sound familiar to you. His family, his mother, and father, his wife, they have been a significant figure in the history of Nevada State, but he wrote me on behalf of his mother and his wife to congratulate me on the inauguration of the 8th president here. But he offered some very thoughtful observations in this card, and he said in here, I want you to know that his father, his late father Russ, would be very proud of the great stride Nevada State has taken and will undoubtedly continue to take under my leadership. He would have especially enjoyed hearing our vision for Nevada State's pathway to becoming the next great state university. He goes on to talk about the critical role. He is a strategy and operation planning specialist, and he talked about the intentionality of our vision and what we laid out in the state of the college. And he also talked about this idea of being responsive in our strategic plan to the future in a post-COVID reality. But more importantly, he also talked about the fact that Nevada State remains and will remain in the forefront of higher education in the state of Nevada. Now, I don't know about you, but this just made my day, and I'm hopeful that it is important to you that others see us and that we also see ourselves for who we are. Powerfully working on behalf of the new majority, intentionally working to drive economic development, and being unabashed in our pride of our mission at Nevada State and serving the population of students that we do. I continue to be reminded about how education is not only the future, but we're protecting the democracy of this country. Perhaps it is the most powerful act of patriotism to be deliberate in the work of higher education. I know that as I watch what's happening across the globe in Ukraine and send out deep thoughts and compassion and love to folks who are really working hard to protect their freedom and to be very deliberate about what they're trying to do in terms of nation building. We are building a college, as Dean Pothoff tells us. And as a result of that, we have to protect that mission and be ever clear in what we're going to be doing. I'm grateful to be here with you all. Looking forward to yet another wonderful week. And although today would tell me the spring is supposed to be here, I'm going to make sure that we are continuing to be happy as we look forward to the future. You all take care and be well.